Just walk along. As long as you're at my side, going through the blue banner. What it feels Blue carpet covering the blue carpet covering the horizon, birds flying into the reservation. I'm wondering what it's all about. A big light bulb giving radiation, lighting every bird's destination. I looked up to see what it's all about, and I saw a hush brown cloud. Highway filled with managed transportation, engines roar with coagulation. I opened my mind to hear the sounds. Lips flow with endless elation, birds chirp through the forest of temptation. I looked up to see what it's all about, and there I saw a hush brown cloud. Twisting up my bowl everywhere I look, river's still catching up, this is what I'm trying to say. Figures gossip throughout the station, mumbling about a new sensation, wondering what it's all about. And I heard about a hush brown cloud say, figures gossip throughout the station, mumbling about a new sensation, wondering what it's all about.
Ram is Paul McCartney's second solo album. His first album, McCartney, was mainly comprised of home recordings and experimental ideas, and was very much a tentative step into the post-Beatles world, and deliberately the antithesis of a polished Beatles production. The critics really weren't kind to him because of this. So for his second album, he wanted a more professional approach, using proper studios and recruiting great musicians to play with, instead of the do-it-yourself way he recorded McCartney. With the title Ram representing ramming, meaning to push forward strongly, he was now finding his feet during a very difficult divorce from the Beatles. A lot of the songs for Ram were written on Paul and Linda's farm in Scotland. This remote hideaway was a perfect retreat from the intensity of the Beatles split, and allowed Paul the peace needed to clear his head and begin to write music in a more carefree way. Songs like Ram On, Heart of the Country and Monkberry Moon Delight are good examples of this, with some of the songs written with Linda as they sang together. Initially without too much thought of forming a band, but Paul was so into the idea that he asked Linda to join him, and she agreed, but not without some nervousness, as she didn't have any background in music at that point. Needing a drummer and guitarist, they decided to head over to New York to see who was available.
Now, when the Beatles finally broke up and
Will I be rich in 10 years?
You don't know any blues?
Blues? I have a jazz. I didn't know you were going to do this. I didn't know you were going to do this.
You don't know any blues?
Here's the one guitar mistake that you're probably doing that's making you play slower. And I see this, guys, I see this every single day. People are doing this, and even really advanced players. Now, before I tell you what the mistake is, you need to know that you can gain speed whether or not you're doing this, but this is, from my experience in watching the players that I like the best who play the fastest, like Tosin Abasi, or Mark Lettieri, or Julian Lage. They all incorporate this technique, and it seems to work very well for them, and it's worked very well for me. So, the technique that you guys are messing up on is putting your pinky on the pick guard, okay? This slows you down and also causes injury in here. Why? Because your pinky becomes tense over time as you're playing long gigs, and that strains all these muscles here that are connected to your fingers. So what you really need to do is clench a tennis ball like this, and then relax your fist, and this should really be the position that you're in, hovering above the fretboard. Because what you're doing is you're not keeping it there and causing all this tension. And guys, I used to do this all the freaking time. And so what I did to stop myself from doing this, because it started hurting me after a while, is I literally rubber banded my fingers together so that they wouldn't move. And I practiced with them rubber banded. So if you have to do that, do that. Hopefully you don't have to do that, but I hope this helps you guys. Bye. Here's the one guitar mistake.
Quite often when I'm mixing, a bass player will say, I can't hear my bass. What they're telling you is they can't hear the definition on the bass. So I'll boost those high mids. I might even start like 700, 750, 8, 850, 1K, 1.5, and then start looking at the 3, 4, 5 area just to kind of give it a little bit of nose, trying to bring out some of the fingers, trying to bring out a little bit of the grit of the high mids. And suddenly they're like, oh, my bass is